junior, standing 6'1", 196. He's 6-2-0 on the season, 151 goals against, and a 94.2 save percentage.
In net for the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota, it will be a freshman out of Lakewood, Ohio, believe it or not. Adam Shield will get the start, and again, a kid from Ohio escaping
Ohio, escaping all the teams here in Ohio, and he's off to a phenomenal start as well, as he's kind of taken the reins for North Dakota. 3-1-1, 149 on the goals against average, and a 92.6 save percentage.
For North Dakota, they are wearing their road green. Redhawks in their home whites for the first time this year on the home ice, as Redhawks will fire it in from center ice, trying to chase it down, but North Dakota gets there first as they will play it back up. Their starters were Nick Jones at center, Grant Mismatch, and Jordan Kawaguchi, as North Dakota pushing the puck up ice. Redhawks get back to play it into the corner. The Fighting Hawks get to it, play it right back down the wall, and that one sliding behind the Miami net over to the left corner, as quick line change already for the Green Fighting Hawks. It's going to be hard to say Fighting Hawks and Redhawks all night long, as Miami able to push it out, as getting to it up ice, trying to catch down the right side. That is Karch Bogman, as he will go down into the corner, battling, puck sliding behind the North Dakota net, and Rhett Gardner will play it back up the wall. Hustling over, though, keeping it in. Jonathan Gruden plays it off the end wall, comes right back out in front, but not able to get a stick on that one, cutting through. Out front for the Redhawks was Brian Hawkinson, and the puck cleared back up ice as Miami heading back down behind their own net to play it. And then North Dakota gets it to it, steals it away, playing it back to the blue line as we are just over a minute into the first period. Puck back to the end wall. Gardner tied up, as getting on him, Rourke Russell for Miami. North Dakota getting a partial line change. Puck still in the right corner. Gruden trying to battle for it along the end wall. Coming through, and Bray Crowder gets a stick on it for Miami. Jams it up the wall. That would cut off, and Bray Crowder picks it up, flicks it right back behind the Miami net. Rourke Russell can't go out that way, so back behind the net again, and Bray Crowder almost had that one intercepted. Trying to hold it in. Finally, the Redhawks scramble, knock it up ice. Phil Nyes gets to it. Nyes working his way down towards the net. Tried to draw it back inside, but couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. And the puck taken back by North Dakota. Then they send it up ice, and they misfire on a pass, and that'll be an icing call against North Dakota here, as we are just over 2 minutes into this first period, and both teams a couple of little opportunities, but nothing sustained here in the early going.
Well, for Miami, a mistake in the defensive end. Almost turned the puck over. Cannot do that. Can't turn the puck over. Almost intercepted by North Dakota. Would have been a great opportunity for the Fighting Hawks. Instead, though, Miami almost turns it into something as they're able to get it up to Phil Nyes. Phil Nyes brings it up. Ultimately, Miami getting an offensive zone faceoff after the miscue by North Dakota.
And Monty Graham, who has been the best face-off man for the Redhawks here in the early going, as that one is won by the Redhawks, but out of the zone. They flip it in on net to Shield, as the puck back down the corner left side, and then trying to play that one back in for the Redhawks was Rourke Russell, blocked out front, still near the blue line, is Soroki trying to get a stick on that one, but cleared back up ice and thrown on net from center ice. Actually reaching up to play that puck over his head was Ryan Larkin, and then held on too long. They blow the play dead, so now North Dakota will get an offensive zone face-off.
And a couple of good opportunities for both teams as they're able to bring that puck and get it in the dangerous spot. No shots on goal right now on the board, but I think that maybe that one might go down as a shot on goal for North Dakota.
Drew,
I guess the goalie,
well, he played.
Larkin got over and played it.
Whether, if it's like soccer, was it going to go in?
It was probably not a threat.
No, definitely not. But a face-off win, and that's a shot on goal by Johnny Tykalnik, as that one through traffic, got off the pad of Larkin. Redhawks do get to it off the wall, and then Grant Hutton takes it behind the net, flips it back up ahead, and Josh Melnick starts out with it. He'll play to the left side, as getting it right back is Melnick, tried to dish inside. That one rejected right back to him. Melnick coming to the bottom of the circle, has his shot blocked again, and then skating out with it are the Fighting Hawks. Pushing it up ahead, getting to it is Mark Sinden, one of the freshmen for the Fighting Hawks, as They will not be able to hold the puck in the offensive zone, and the Redhawks do work it back up ice. No icing as Scott Corbett sends that one down after crossing center. So the Redhawks will able to get some fresh legs out as back up ice comes North Dakota. Pushing that one in on the right wing side and getting down to it in the corner. North Dakota keeps it alive in the zone. Back to the right point as coming down the wall, but getting cut off. That was Hayden Shaw, and the Redhawks able to regain control of the puck. Cross ice as Bray Crowder getting up ahead through center. And then that one tipped into the North Dakota bench. The play blown dead. Drew, North Dakota coming in. We mentioned it just briefly in the pregame. For the first time in 15 years last year, North Dakota not in the NCAA tournament. That was the second longest streak in NCAA history. And so far in the early going, it's been kind of a learning curve for this team. They were 0-2 and or 0-1-2 or 0-2-1, I should say, in their first 3 games, but have since run off 4 wins in a row.
4 wins in a row. They seem to have gotten it together, and heard Rico Blasi before the game talking about the opportunities that they had to bring in some really talented players. A couple of guys, Tyconic and Weatherby. We'll probably talk more about them as this game goes on. A couple of early round draft picks that are replacing some guys that they lost last year.
Here comes North Dakota down ice. Adams leading the way as that one dished over to the side, and Rhett Gardner got laid out. As then Gardner takes a run back the other way. We had a penalty coming up initially, as that will be Scott Corbett heading off for the Redhawks. Gardner then got up. He took the brunt of that hit and then got up. He went back and took a run at Corbett. No call there, but North Dakota's going to get a chance to go into power play here, just 4:05 into the game.
Big opportunity for North Dakota here this early into the game. 2 minutes on Scott Corbett. It was interference was the call, Greg, and this is a big-time opportunity for North Dakota.
North Dakota on the power play. They have started out very, very slow on the power play. 8th rather in the conference, 46th in the country. Just 5 power play goals and 35 attempts. That's 14.3. That is certainly not numbers that you're used to seeing out of North Dakota. They come back to the blue line, but that one broken up and thrown right back up ice by Miami. Now, again, we're very early in the season, or for at least for North Dakota. They've only played 7 games. Miami now has 10 games under their belt, so a little bit more numbers to build on for Miami, but still North Dakota having a trouble holding the puck in the zone, and that one hops over the stick of Colton Pullman, and again North Dakota regroups out at center ice as we are 45 seconds into the power play. Grant Mishmash, right wing side, back to the blue line. Colton Pullman working his way along the blue line, feeds it back over, and then Mishmash shot. That was blocked out front, comes to the near side, and pushed back to the blue line. Colton Pullman trying to hold on to it, but a nice job sweeping that one out of the zone. Brian Hawkinson, and a quick PK line change for Miami, as nice job on the stick there by Hawkinson. Down to 50 seconds to go on the North Dakota power play, as back up to the blue line. No one on that left side, as that was Joel Janatweenan dishing that one off. Instead, he'll take it down low and then feeding that one back up high into the slot. The pass down comes back up to the slot. Trying to send that one through traffic was Kierstead, and that one got through to Larkin. He fought it off, and a rebound again cleared away as Shield will play that one right back up through center ice. The goaltender, and then out at center ice, players collide as the puck comes in the zone, but Grant Hutton there for Miami sends it right back the other way as Bogman putting on some pressure, trying to catch that puck, but that'll be Matt Kierstead circling the Miami net, getting quickly back up ice for North Dakota, dishing inside, but cutting it off, clearing it around the wall for the Redhawks was Derek Dashke, not out, as holding it in again, North Dakota back to the slot, and the high slot fired wide as the power play comes to it in. Puck cleared out of the zone as getting out is Corbett from the penalty box. And Miami back to full strength. The Red Hawk penalty kill. Nice job there. There was no break on that 2-minute power play. And North Dakota did get one shot in. A little bit of a contested shot as they try to center that one from the corner. Comes all the way back to the blue line. As then that shot from along the wall in on Larkin. The save, that one thrown in on net by Mark Senden. And Cleared out of the zone by Miami as Rourke Russell has it. Feeds ahead. Lown back to the left side. Gruden had it, but couldn't control the pass there as he tried to get it under control and risked a shot in. Ben Lown tracks the puck down along the wall, but comes out of the zone. Redhawks will touch up and then just dump the puck deep, and they'll get a change as we're coming up on 7 minutes in to the first period. That puck chipped up to the blue line, but North Dakota brings that one in. Offsides, play balloon dead. We've got immediate timeout. Exactly 7 minutes in to period number 1. Miami, North Dakota. We are scoreless on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Up.
Scoreless here in the first 7 minutes of the game. Drew, good penalty kill for the Redhawks. Still looking for first shot on goal, are Miami.
Yeah, early season success for Miami on the penalty kill. That now 35 of 42 kills on the season. They came into this game 24th nationally.
Face off just outside of the Miami zone as Josh Melnick knocks that puck back to center, but North Dakota gets on it and slaps it into the zone as it comes all the way around the wall on that right side as Gordy Green pushed that one back out of the zone, but knocked right back in again by North Dakota as the Redhawks get back. Jam it back up through center as chasing that one down, Colton Pullman, one of the team captains for the Fighting Hawks. Well, the only team captain we're going to see as backup ice come the Fighting Hawks. Colton Pullman now a junior as North Dakota loses the handle of the puck. Back come the Redhawks. Scott Corbett didn't see that pass coming his way behind him, and North Dakota tracks that one down. Back comes Nick Jones and North Dakota as Jones went down, and they're going to call a penalty on that one. Jones fell down. Melnick got a stick in there, and Jones took a step and then fell down. And Josh Melnick, who took the penalty last weekend at Omaha. That was a 5-minute major. That was kind of the difference maker in that game. Redhawks were leading at that point. He took a second. There was already a shorthanded situation. He took the penalty, and it was Omaha that took advantage.
And he's one of the best penalty killers for Miami. So really, I mean, obviously we're in the C. Captain for Miami, one of the leaders in all regards of the game, but especially good on the penalty kill. So that's a big, big time loss for Miami, and they're going to keep giving North Dakota opportunities to improve those numbers on the power play.
You certainly do not want to do that. No team wants to be shorthanded for a lot. Second one of the game is off the faceoff. As puck pulled back to Kierstead, who fires it in. Gloved down and held onto by Ryan Larkin 3 seconds in to the power play. And
now, helped by these power plays for North Dakota, Miami still without a shot on goal. North Dakota, that's their 4th shot in.
They have not had a lot of offensive opportunities yet. As off the faceoff, a play over to the left side, and Gabe Bast blasting that one in, and Larkin with a stick save, deadened that one nicely, and got the glove there to again eat that one up. Now just 8 seconds into the power play.
Already 2 shots in.
Third faceoff in too, as this time to the right of Ryan Larkin. It's Casey Gilling working with Karch Bogman up front. Grant Hutton and Derek Daschke are back defensively. The puck into the corner. Daschke had a stick on it. Then Hutton back over to the corner, and that'll be Phil Nyes clearing it back to center. Not Bogman, but Phil Nyes got it to the center stripe, but brought right back in by North Dakota. Joel Janatuinen down the left side. That one off the wall, and Nyes got a stick on that one and able to wrist that one back out to center as Mark Sinden gets back to it for North Dakota. It's now Bogman out there with Brian Hawkinson. Rourke Russell also out. Derek Daschke, he got hauled down in a centering feed, and Kierstead down. He shoots and scores. Well, not sure what happened in the corner when Daschke got pulled down with no call. And North Dakota was able to play that one back out in front. And coming down the middle was defenseman Matt Kierstead. And he put it by Larkin. Power play goal. Give the Fighting Hawks the 1-0 lead.
Well, Janet Tweenan with a great feed, finding Kierstead right there in between the circles, and Kierstead able to take care of it, just puts it inside that right post, rattles it around, gets North Dakota up 1-0 on a beautiful shot on the power play. And if you keep giving a team like North Dakota, with the talent of North Dakota, opportunities on the power play, they're going to bring those numbers up.
Well, 2 times in the first 6 minutes. You cannot give a team with that much talent those kind of opportunities, home or away. Don't want to do that one. Janet Tweenan does get the only assist. It is the first power play goal for Kierstead, second goal of the year. As Red Hawks now trail at 1-0 here in the early going. Miami had the puck in the offensive zone, but Colton Pullman wrestles it away. Dixon Bowen up the right side now for North Dakota as that puck goes behind the net. Colton Pullman went sliding through and looked back at the official like he thought there was a penalty. Puck never gets out of the zone, fed down low, but Dixon Bowen couldn't get the pass through or the shot off either way. Knocked over to the wall by Miami, and Red Hawks regain control of it. Back to center, Phil Nyes has it, as he'll push it over the blue line. Red Hawks getting a partial change as North Dakota back to play it. Coming out of the corner, up the wall, and out to center ice as right in front of the North Dakota bench. The Fighting Hawks have it. Back into their own zone. Miami's 9.5 in, still looking for their first shot, Drew. And 2 penalty kills and 1 power play goal are going to help things out as that centering feed, and Sinden comes down through, but Larkin with a save on that one as 7-0 shots advantage for North Dakota in the first 10 minutes or so of the game. Red Hawks knock it up ice, but again, North Dakota back to play it. Then at the blue line, that feed inside flutters off the stick of Casey Johnson, and Daschke had it momentarily, comes back to Daschke. He'll play it over to Mahalik as the Red Hawks will try to get something going here. That one finally in on net. First shot for Miami over 10 minutes in. Save made. Another shot from along the goal line. And a tough angle shot by Melnick, and Adam Scheel able to play those both, clearing it back to center. Hutton knocks it down, played it ahead, but Melnick couldn't catch up to it as Gordy Green trying to down in the corner. The puck played back towards the blue line, and will come back over the blue line and out to center ice as Hutton and Daschke get to it. And up the wall on that left side, Scott Corbett pushing it down into the corner as Gordy Green going down to make a play on it, but North Dakota gets to it first, working it back out to center as Colin Adams feeds it down the wall, right wing side as Grant Hutton into the wall hard with Jones. Jones slow to get up. That puck back over the blue line out to center and tipped in to the stands over the glass, and that'll bring us to another media timeout as over 10 minutes in, halfway through the first period. Power play goal has North Dakota up on Miami 1-0 on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
What's up?
Red Hawks trailing here a little halfway through the first period, 1-0 at home against North Dakota. 7-2 shots advantage here in the early going, but good chunk of those shots, they are benefited by the power plays that North Dakota has enjoyed. 2 of them already, and they are 1 for 2 on the man advantage. And Miami penalty kill all of a sudden is A little tough go of it here over the last game and a half. Centering feed, and that one goes right through the paint and right by Larkin and just scooted by the post. Then a shot from the point right side on Larkin. Jacob Bernard Docker with that shot in on net, and the save made and held on to by Ryan Larkin. And right now North Dakota kind of winning those 50-50 battles to the puck and getting the better offensive looks.
That they are. Winning those battles in the corners, those are so crucial in North Dakota getting the job done there. That's what set up that first goal, or the only goal so far here tonight, as North Dakota out to that 1-0 lead, and really winning the battles to keep the puck in the offensive zone as they're up 9 shots to 2.
Red Hawks do get the puck out of the zone off the face-off win by Jonathan Gruden, getting the puck down into the corner. Ben Lown back to the half wall for Jonathan Gruden, tied up on the dashers as Lown and Nye trying to dig out. North Dakota gets to it though and play it back behind their own net. As taking it up ahead, skating out of the zone with it and through center ice. That would send up ahead, as beating the icing call was Cole Smith. So North Dakota able to play to that one. Gardner trying to get to it as well down in the corner. That one tipped behind the Miami net. Catching up to it is Daschke, and he'll work that one back up and out to center, but by Phil Nyes. But tracking it down, that was the Red Hawks, as comes right back in, a shot in by Nyes. The save made. That was Monty Graham that deflected it right back to Nyes, but that save made by Adam Scheel and cleared back the other way. Quick transition. Back down come the Fighting Hawks now. North Dakota in the offensive zone, circling the net, throwing it back up to the right point as that shot whistles wide from the middle from Colton Pullman off the end wall and along the wall. Janet Tweenan. He's tied up though. Monty Graham on him. Puck sliding up the wall into the blue line. And with it is Hayden Shaw. Shaw moves around, beats it back across the blue line, and skating to his left, Colin Adams, who will come over to the left side near the blue line. And with it, Colton Pullman down into the left corner. Jones trying to come out of the corner. Mahalik on him. Jones behind the net to the bottom of the right circle, spinning it around. Nick Jones handing it off, as coming around with it is Colin Adams. He'll feed it to Pullman. Pullman trying to get a shot off from the top of the circle. That one deflected high into the air, and no one knows where it went.
Up and out of play behind the net.
Soroki was looking around. Pullman was looking around, and that one deflected over the glass. And kind of funny watching some of the guys like looking around where to go.
it was pretty high. It was about eye level with us, and we're a number of rows up, and eye level with us, and it just goes up and out of play behind the net. And North Dakota just really impressive, continuing to put that pressure on in the offensive zone. It seems like every time Miami's able to clear it, they come right back in, bring it right back down into the offensive zone, are able to set up a nice little offensive push.
They're trying to get that puck down.
They just got it down.
Yeah, it was kind of lodged over top of the glass in the netting and
right above the goal light.
Yeah. So face off to the left of Ryan Larkin as North Dakota wins this face off. Pullman plays it right back behind the net as that one's sliding around, comes up the wall left side as Kawaguchi has it, feeds it in low, coming through and going right through the paint and getting upended was Nick Jones as he went through right over the stick of Ryan Larkin. He thought he got tripped down, but Larkin was trying to make a play on the puck as Miami knocks it back the other direction, but there's North Dakota again to swarm the puck and push it right back out through center. I'm not sure if Colton Pullman's come off the ice all night. I feel like he's been out there all night, but he does head to the bench for a change. Miami, an Aaron Claring pass comes out of the zone, but fired right back at Ryan Larkin. Red Hawks very sloppy here in this first 12, 13 minutes. Do get through center. Casey Gilling has it off to the right side. Karch Bogman. Bogman then through traffic. Fires that one off the back glass. Comes back out in front, but knocked over to the wall as Gordy Green tracked it down. Green working with Casey Gilling and Karch Bogman at the blue line. Hutton holds in. Fires that one just wide. Off the end wall, comes back up, and North Dakota clears it out, but Hawkinson brings it right back in. Hawkinson fires it in. Save made. Rebound pushed just wide, and then upended going behind the net was Karch Bogman for Miami as North Dakota works it back around the wall, clears the zone. They'll get back up ice over the blue line. Coming in, Rhett Gardner over to the wall right side, feeding it down low and behind the net as Bernard Docker feeds it back up the wall. Handing it off. Rhett Gardner has it now. Right wing side. At the half boards. Gardner playing a little keep away, then dishing into the corner. Dashke gets over to it, but a couple of North Dakota players there as well. But Miami able to work it up the wall, and then Ben Loud taps it up ahead, trying to chase down Ben Loud. Ben Loud goes over to the end wall, but he got tied up there as he and Gabe Bass tied up along the back wall, and North Dakota works it back to center. River Rimshaw blasting it back the other direction as Jonathan Gruden in pursuit for Miami. That puck steered around the wall and into the corner where North Dakota gets to it and works it back out to center ice. Redhawks with a stick on it. Mahalik plays it off the side wall as Gruden with a big check along the wall as Johnson got decked by the Redhawks freshman Jonathan Gruden. It was Casey Johnson that went down. North Dakota, though, works it back in. Sends that one off the inside of the net in a score as that lightning quick wrister right off the inside of the post and off the netting went right back out, and it is a goal. And North Dakota increases their lead now to 2-0.
Well, Senden picked that one up and just able to pick his corner and send it in. A great shot by him as Mark Senden, the freshman from Medina, Minnesota, gets the goal. His first of the season, first of his career, wearing the green and white for North Dakota. As you mentioned that big hit that Johnson took. Johnson, though, stuck with it, able to get back up, stick with it, got himself back into the play, was able to help disrupt some things and allow that free puck to find its way to Mark Senden, who fires it in.
So Redhawks find themselves in a deep hole, and really just North Dakota playing inspired hockey here on the road as they right now seem to be getting to every loose puck, and they do so again. Trying to work that one out front was Cole Smith, but cutting through with Soroki as he will take it and skate out with it and get it back out to center ice. So give that goal to Mark Senden, as we said, and the assist.
Assist went to Cole Smith and Johnny Tyconic.
So there you go, 2-0. Redhawks trail it here in the early going or late stage of the first period, and that puck brought back into the zone. Carter Johnson for Miami. You see Carter Johnson with a lot. Dashke tried to clear one across ice. That one broken up by North Dakota, but Redhawks scrambling and working back out of the zone. But right now, Miami on the sloppy side with the puck, not taking care of it as North Dakota taking advantage of it and leading it 2-0. They take it away at center, bring it right back in. Over the blue line, mismatch shot. That one blocked down out in front. Mismatch plays it, though, coming back from the corner, goes behind the net, centered out front, and that one off the glove of Larkin and caught the crossbar. That one stayed out as the Redhawks again, well, almost gave one up to North Dakota, taking advantage of it as going down to play it, though, and getting ridden off the play, Scott Corbin, but can't getting it out this time. Redhawks do hold in. Fire one, that one wide of the North Dakota net. Puck over to the right corner as we're coming down to 3 minutes to go. Casey Gilling on the right corner, trying to dig out, but Nick Jones pushing that puck behind the North Dakota net. Coming down that left side, Chaz Switzer playing in just his second game of the year. He's been trying to get healthy here in the early going. Plays that puck off the wall, and a couple of Redhawks up into each other as North Dakota clears it around the wall, getting it back up ice as Grant Hutton getting down to play it. Redhawks start to come out of their own zone. Gruden fires ahead to Hawkinson, quickly to Bogman. Bogman in, top of the right circle, though. His shot tipped, and they blow that one dead as that one deflected up over the glass, and that'll bring us to immediate timeout with 2:33 to go here in the opening period. Redhawks being outshot 11-5 and trail at 2-0 to North Dakota on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Wanna go hiking?
Mike's up.
Redhawks trailing at 2-0 before we get an offensive zone face-off. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Miami IMG Sports Network.
5, 4, 3, 2, Mike's up.
Back here in Oxford, Redhawks with a slow start, Drew, trailing at 2-0, being outshot 11-5 as...
Well, pretty sloppy in their own end and in the neutral zone, and that is in those losses for Miami this year. That's kind of been the key. It's been crucial for Miami in those 3 losses that they have not taken care of the puck as well as they have in those 7 wins. So need to find something here in the rest of this game. As we got 2:30 to go in the first period. Need to find a way to take care of the puck a little bit better.
Redhawks do come back through center though after North Dakota cleared it up ice as Dashke got a little pressure in front of his own net. Redhawks now up ice into the offensive zone as Dashke over to Hutton, a one-timer, but that one slides wide off the end wall. Redhawks play it back up the wall as Hutton has it. They'll play it off the corner boards. Around it goes left to right side as Jonathan Garuden and Ben Lown get to it. Puck comes off the wall. North Dakota has it, though. And skating out with it is Dixon Bowen as he'll just cross center. And line change for North Dakota. Miami back to play it. Dashke, he'll misfire on that pass through center. And, well, they do wave it off. They say that puck was tipped, so they'll keep things going on. North Dakota works it back out to center where the Redhawks, Alec Mahalik has it. Over to Rimshaw, who will play it down. And Redhawks, though, again, along the perimeter, can't keep it in the zone, and we'll see the puck come back out to center ice. This time, they do misfire on that pass, and will get called for icing as...
That's a no-doubter.
Yeah, that one for sure missed the stick, and we'll see the icing call against Miami. Bring the faceoff back to the left of Ryan Larkin. When you look, well, just 1:23 to go, Drew, 11-5 shots advantage, but 18 shots attempted by North Dakota as well in that first period, and really some kind of clean looks as right off the faceoff, another one in, and Larkin with the glove on the Grant mismatch shot. Just right now, everything working for North Dakota, and Miami trying to find an answer.
Well, 19 total shots, and 12 of them found their way on net, including 2 of them in the back of the nets. And just have to be better at blocking the puck out front, getting in those shooting lanes for Miami defensively. Need to protect the puck. You can't leave them wide open after giving up the puck in your own end.
Off the faceoff, another faceoff win as wristing one through, mismatch again. A stick save by Larkin, mismatch up the wall, turns it over. Karch Bogman then coming out of his zone. He'll cross center, send that one around off the corner boards left side. Back over to the right side it comes as Gilling and Hawkinson trying to play that one off the wall, coming into the circle, but Bogman tied up, couldn't get a stick on it. Puck out of the zone as under a minute to go now. First period action as the Redhawks on the short end of a 2-0 score. North Dakota back to the blue line, but they'll hand the puck back to Miami as Bray Crowder has it. Ahead to Gilling through center. And deflects off Karch Bogman. Turned around by North Dakota. Back in over the blue line as trying to split through. Mismatch. Still works his way through and gets that shot off as that puck deflects high into the air. Comes back in the middle as Jada Tweenan has it. And he'll send one in. And that one just wide and high off the back glass. Coming back out with it with 20 seconds to go. Or the Redhawks as then Karch Bogman from center throws that one towards the net as Adam Shield will play that one behind the net, and then North Dakota knocks that one back up the wall, sliding into the Miami zone as that one will get back behind the Miami net around the wall. Jada Tweenan cuts it off, centered right out front. A shot as we're under 5 seconds to go. Larkin has to make the save, and it's trying to work it around the front. That was Colin Adams, and almost centered that one up all within the last 10 seconds as the Redhawks again not taking care of the puck near the net, and Larkin had to bail him out there really twice in the final 10 seconds, Drew, as North Dakota relentless there till the final buzzer.
Well, and you got to give credit too to North Dakota as they just continue to pressure Miami. They're not giving Miami any space. Miami, though, the footwork not really selling it that well defensively, as the North Dakota players are really able to read where Miami is trying to send that puck up the ice. And again, with that pressure, not giving any space to the Miami defensemen as they're right on top of them, giving that pressure, and as a result, forcing all those turnovers and creating those scoring opportunities. They've got 14 shots on goal total, Greg, about 15 scoring opportunities in that time.
And those were a lot of quality scoring opportunities for sure. As Redhawks down 2-0 after one, outshot 14-5. As we get you into our first intermission report, the McCullough High Memorial Hospital first intermission report. As back at the Pepsi IMG Network studio, Mitchell Lee, he's standing by, and he'll have a look at the McCullough High Memorial Hospital scoreboard. That's all coming up. And also we will have a look back at the week it was in the NCHC radio show. That's all coming up here at intermission number one. But through one here at home, the Redhawks not looking like they're on home ice. They trail in North Dakota 2-0 on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
The second period is moments away, but first, let's unlock the keys to the game. Presented by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, reminding you to enjoy today's game responsibly. See an impaired driver? Call 1-800-GRAB-DUI.
With Drew Davis, Greg Waddell back here as players right back out onto the ice, getting ready for second period action. And Drew, as good as North Dakota was in that first period, I equally say Miami was probably that bad. They did not play a very good first period at all, trailing 2-0 after one, getting outshot 14-5, and honestly could have been a little worse than that.
Well, that could, and the keys to the game going from here on out have to clean things up. Just cannot turn the puck over. I know that North Dakota is fast. I know that North Dakota is pressuring Miami in their own zone, and the defenders have no space, but just have to find a way to take care of the puck. Can't do some of these risky passes, can't give the puck up, have to start winning those battles in the corner. So winning the battles, taking care of the puck in their own zone, those are the keys to the game.
And those would be the Ohio State Highway Patrol keys to the game, reminding you to enjoy tonight's game responsibly. And if you see an impaired driver, call 1-800-GRAB-DUI. As out at center ice, it'll be Casey Gilling out to draw swords with Nick Jones to start period number 2. Teams will swap sides as it'll be Casey Gilling out as a little shuffle of the lines. Scott Corbett and Gordy Green. Melnick had been on that line. Jeez, Melnick's on the bench, so nothing had happened there as Redhawks coming out of the defensive zone off the opening puck drop, and then a feed out through center ice, turned over, but then bouncing over. Casey Gilling works his way in, sends one in, but missed the net as he tried to go top shelf and sent that one wide and high. Quick transition. Grant Mismatch plays that one off the shoulder of Grant Hutton. Puck slides down into the corner, steered back up the wall, but not out as Nodak holds it in. Throwing it around the wall is Mark Kierstead. He's got one of the 2 goals for North Dakota. We'll send that one around the wall over to the right wing side in the corner as that one tied up, and Redhawks able to wrestle it free, skating behind his own net and clearing that one back out to center ice is Casey Gilling. So have to kind of watch line combinations here, Drew, as Karch Bogman comes out with Hawkinson and Melnick. So we'll see if those changes are something we'll see throughout the game, or what the reasoning might have been to start that period with Casey Gilling working on a line with Gordy Green and also with the freshman Scott Corbett. Here come the Redhawks through center. Bogman trying to play that one back across. Melnick tied up, and he will draw a penalty as North Dakota, 3rd most penalized team in the conference, will be headed to the penalty box, and we'll give the Redhawks now a chance, Drew, to go on their first power play of the game. We're just a minute 22 rather into the second period, and here's a chance.
Well, not even a minute and a half in. Already both teams have had a couple of opportunities. On the defensive side for Miami, they've already, right as we're finishing up talking about the keys to the game, Miami turns the puck over in North Dakota with a nice looking opportunity, save made by Larkin. Then coming down the other direction for Miami, Gilling with that sort of half breakaway, really the best look that Miami's had all night.
Yeah.
Now an opportunity with this power play for Miami as they, of course, lose that face-off in the offensive zone. But Miami with a great opportunity here now with 2 minutes of a man advantage.
Miami power play coming in number 7 in the conference, just ahead of North Dakota, who does have a power play goal tonight. But North Dakota's penalty kill, the 2nd worst in the conference. But so far in the first 20 seconds, doing a pretty nice job as they will clear that one back up ice again. Redhawks having to scramble from their own zone with 30 seconds gone as the penalty against Matt Kierstead. It'll be Jonathan Gruden getting into the zone. He'll cut down into that right corner, slap behind the net. Phil Nyes trying to get to it. He'll work it right back up and around. Casey Gilling working the left point, holds it in. Nice job. Works his way down low and it just wristed one wide. Red Hawks get the rebound off the end wall. Gruden down low and it's sit in on net by Nyes, and then it comes back and went blocked. And Gilling's shot blocked down as well. Dashke gets to it, sends it right back over to the wall as Gilling has to scramble. Can't get to it though. That one cleared up ices. Here comes Nick Jones now for North Dakota, shorthanded, makes a nice move, but then Dashke pokes it free. Nice little poke check by Dashke, but then getting to that puck and bringing it down is Mark Senden, and then they'll have it wrestled away behind the Miami net. Redhawks back up with 40 seconds to go in the power play. Pass to the right side to Melnick. Melnick into the right corner, back up the wall, holding it in. Casey Gilling still out there for Miami. Gilling at the right half wall now, back to Mahalik. Mahalik cross ice feed, left side to Melnick now in the left circle. Melnick surveying, waiting, back up high. Gilling has it, waits, sends one in. The block out front comes right over to Bogman, who feeds it back. Mahalik now with it. He'll try to send one through traffic. That one blocked over to Melnick. Melnick tried to send one through, threading that one in, also blocked. Casey Gilling still out there for Miami. He'll try to send one in, but he lifts that shot up, and that'll go over the glass, out of play with just 3 seconds to go on the power play. And Drew, one shot on goal, but they've had some opportunities, just not getting the shot through.
Some really good looks, and Casey Gilling out there for a minute 57 of that power play. I think he was out the whole shift the entire time. And great look, couple great looks from Miami. A couple times they got it down low, and you could see so North Dakota, for as aggressive as they play the rest of all other facets of the game, they really kind of slough off a little bit on the penalty kill. And Miami creating a little bit of space, able to get a couple of opportunities down low, but really couldn't do anything with it.
Oh, Redhawks turn the puck over as Kierstead out of the box. Here comes a 2-on-1. Kierstead trying to feed it back over to Bowen, but that pass got tipped, and into the corner it comes, and the Redhawks avoid a disaster there at the end of the power play. And they'll quickly get back up ice as Carter Johnson down the wall left side, working with Soroki and Graham. Puck off the wall. Kierstead has it for North Dakota as he'll send it up ahead, and then down ice it goes by Taconic. Redhawks back to play it again as they will get it out to center ice. So Phil Nyes has it. Nyes getting it to Lowndes, slaps it down low, and that one bouncing around, comes over to the wall as Rimshaw, nice check, gets the puck over to Nyes, trying to come back across through the middle, but as he tried to draw it in, that one broken up, cleared back up ice by North Dakota. No icing as the Redhawks will have to get back to play it, and Redhawks a little bit more intensity here in the second period. Only one shot to show for it, but looking better than what we saw in the first 20 minutes. That time, though, as they get the puck into the offensive zone, North Dakota able to work that one right back up ice, but Grant Hutton has it, and he'll retreat behind his own net. Grant Hutton around the wall and then plays that one up as Corbett gets it into the zone, but he was tied up at the blue line, and North Dakota has it, clears it back up ahead. It'll be Kawaguchi down into that left corner, and then stripped free of the puck by Dashke. Redhawks have it. Gordy Green out to center. It's Melnick now. Melnick drops it off for Hutton, who tries to get a shot off, but a stick in on that one. Deflects that one high and wide over the glass, and blown dead as we are 5:01 into period number 2. We got immediate timeout as the Redhawks trail North Dakota 2-0 on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Five seconds. Mike's up.
A little over 5 minutes into the second period. Redhawks trailing at home to North Dakota. Great crowd on hand here, Drew, as you would expect. 2-0 is the score. We'll see an offensive zone faceoff for Miami as that puck sent over to the wall, but Gordy Green couldn't pull the trigger on that shot. It was tipped away, and North Dakota clears it back out to center ice as Rourke Russell will try to track down. Flip it right back up ahead, and the Redhawks clear to center. Melnick to Gordy Green, who will send that one towards the net as Skeel will get a stick on that one into the corner, and then Gordy Green comes out with it, but he can't pull the trigger. Corbett has it. His shot, well, really kind of flutters off his stick right to Gordy Green, who carries behind the net and held in at the blue line, and Crowder slapped it right back on net. The save was made. A rebound in front of the net, cleared away by North Dakota as Dixon Bowen will work it back out to center ice as over that left side, and then that shot blocked out in front as Zach Yon fighting it through. Still loose in front of Larkin, and then flipped back up and out of the zone by Rourke Russell for Miami. As North Dakota will get back to play it. Just about 6 minutes into the second period. Redhawks down 2-0, but a little bit better feel here, Drew, as we are few minutes in, but then the Redhawks turn it over near the blue line. Here comes North Dakota again, and backhander in on net, and Sinden already with a goal tonight, trying for his second. That one blocked by Larkin, cleared to center. Hawkinson gets out through center, flips it into the zone, and out of net, played over to the wall by the North Dakota goaltender as the Redhawks trying to get back to it. Going behind his own net, and is Andrew Pesky. He's on the line chart as the extra defenseman for the Fighting Hawks. Miami going with their extra defenseman here tonight as well in the person of Chaz Switzer. Redhawks back over the blue line. Down the right corner, around to the left side. Gruden back up high. Switzer is there. Can't hold on to it, though. Trying to get back and make a play on it is coming up ice. Getting that shot in, but drawing a penalty, Colin Adams. And then Larkin went down awkwardly, and he is in the crease. And I don't know if he just made an odd motion, but Chaz Switzer will head to the penalty box as he's going to get the hooking call, and Ryan Larkin having to fetch his stick behind the net. And
I think Larkin's okay, Greg. I think just kind of stunned him. The shot coming in, body's running into him, and for Chaz Switzer just doing anything he can to slow down the man as he's called for the hook. And this will be the third power play now for North Dakota as they are 1 for 2 on the night. On the season, 16.2% now, updated numbers, and 81.4% kill rate for Miami.
Nice job by Grant Hutton along the wall and using that size to first keep the puck away and then backhand it up ice, forcing North Dakota to regroup, come back through center. 15 seconds into the third power play of the night. Drew, just when we were thinking that things were starting to improve effort-wise out there, Redhawks find themselves shorthanded, but nice effort by Ben Lau to swat that one back away. As then coming back through and getting knocked to the ice, Josh Melnick, and a dumb penalty by North Dakota will take them off the power play. Grand mismatch just upended Josh Melnick as he was headed to the bench for a line change, and that's just silliness right there. And so that'll quickly end the Redhawks power play, 33 seconds in, and we'll skate 4-on-4 now, and maybe a little bit of a break for the Redhawks because kind of felt North Dakota maybe starting to tilt the ice back their way just a bit.
And definitely a break for Miami is that behind the play, and just a foolish penalty to take, as North Dakota could have added to that 2-0 advantage, but still now skating 4-on-4 as Miami will have an abbreviated power play at the end of this one.
If things stay the way they are.
Well, exactly.
So it is right now North Dakota up again, a 4-on-4 for about a minute and a half as that shot spinning it around, blocked in front of Larkin and in the corner, thrown back out in front, deflected high into the air, still loose, and Larkin had to reach down as coming free and backhanding one through was Hayden Shaw. And That was the defenseman that got to that puck. No one for the Redhawks were able to track that one down in front of Ryan Larkin, and Hayden Shaw, the defenseman, streaking down, backhanding one in on Larkin.
Well, for Miami kind of chipped that puck up in the air. It was Bray Crowder tried to get a stick on it. Instead, it hits his skate, pops up in the air. He couldn't find it. Scary opportunity for North Dakota as they had a great chance right out in front of Ryan Larkin.
Shots now favoring North Dakota, 19-8 after that shot. Redhawks win the faceoff. Mahalik plays it out to center, but that would cut off, trying to feed it to Gordy Green. Instead, it's North Dakota bringing it back in on that right side. That shot blocked from Kawaguchi into the corner. Pyle follows it in. Puck up the wall, held in by North Dakota. And it's coming around, and Mark Sinden has it to the blue line and fed across back to Sinden, who dished it off. He'll feed that one behind the net. Nice job by Rimshaw to track it down for Miami. Works it up as Melnick takes a hit but gets the puck out of the zone. Ahead to Gordy Green. Green across ice just out of the reach of Mahalik, who tracks it down and will wrist it in. About 20 seconds and it'll be an abbreviated power play for Miami. But North Dakota right now with the puck is Kierstead out through center, and then just taking a U-turn out at center, Nick Jones. He knows the penalty is about to expire to Chaz Switzer. So right now, North Dakota just playing a little keep away and time munching as they'll go behind the net. Jacob Bernard Docker then skates out as right now an abbreviated power play for Miami, but North Dakota up short-handed as they'll get into the zone. Janet Tweenan went in hard to the end wall, coughed up the puck. Redhawks have it. They'll skate up through center. It's a touch pass from Grant Hutton down the wall. Ben Lown tried to catch up to it, but tied up. Puck into left corner. Only 10 seconds to go in the power play, and that one shot back out of the zone by North Dakota, and that will pretty much expire what is the second power play of the night for Miami. And Drew, all of a sudden, North Dakota, after having some problems early in the year on the power play, have now killed off 12 of their last 13 penalty kills, although that one, again, just a half-minute power play. Now North Dakota coming back in over the blue line. Bowen will go behind the net, try to play it up the wall, but that one taken away by Ben Lown. Redhawks break through center. Lown to the blue line, but they're going to call that one in offsides, and then Lown and Shaw tangle up. But that play blown dead for the offsides call, and we'll see a neutral zone faceoff coming up as we're nearly halfway through this Friday night game.
Timing play on that as Ben Lown tried to make a move to get around a man, and Monty Graham with a good amount of speed coming up, trying to just time that out perfectly, one step in front. A little bit too quick for that one as he comes in offsides. A nice look, a nice opportunity for Miami, a good thought, but just a little bit too fast was Monty Graham.
So neutral zone faceoff coming up as Graham out there to take the faceoff. We mentioned Monty Graham. He's done such a good job here in his freshman year on the faceoff dot. He is fourth in the conference, nearly 64%. Of course, as I say that, North Dakota wins the draw. Never fails. You have those numbers ready. You study so hard, and then that happens. That is definitely the broadcaster's curse, as North Dakota getting the puck back, working it in front of Larkin, but nice job of the Redhawks to break that one up in front of Larkin as Rourke Russell circles his own net, plays out to center ice, and tapped in by the Redhawks. They'll get a line change. 9:40 to go. Pass up ahead as Dixon Bowen will wrap it around the wall, left to right side, and down the wall, fighting through that check. Cole Smith gets into the corner, then taking the puck behind the net, tied up. Redhawks wrestle it free. Work back to center. Karch Bachman to the blue line. A little bit of speed, but Bachman had his stick hit, and that puck flew about 30 feet over the glass and out of play. That'll bring us to a timeout. 9:21 to go here in the second period, halfway through. Redhawks trailing North Dakota 2-0 on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Mike's up.
With Drew Davis, Greg Wayall back here in Oxford. Redhawks on the short end of a 2-0 score. Drew, while we got a second, we got to send a happy birthday wish out to our boy Doug Blaze, turning 55 years old. He doesn't even look that old.
Well, I would have guessed no more than 25.
Oh, 25. I got mixed up on that one. Happy birthday, Douglas. We appreciate it. He helps us out with stats and everything here at home and helps on the NCAC.TV broadcast as well on the feed behind the scenes. So happy birthday to Doug. Redhawks trying to hold the zone after an offensive zone faceoff, but can't keep it in the zone. And again, Drew, as much as it seemed like the tide was turning in the first couple of minutes, Redhawks only have a couple of shots, 3 shots to their credit here in the second period. They've been held to 8 as we're more than halfway through this game. Puck into the left corner as Brett Gardner feeding it behind the net. Colin Adams getting tied up, chased down by Casey Gilling. Adams bringing the puck back up towards the blue line and a cross-ice feed. That one taken away by Miami as then just sending that one from outside of the zone on net was Hoggetson. Quick clear back out to center as back coming in over the blue line is North Dakota from his knees trying to get the shot out. Jordan Kawaguchi, but that one knocked over to the wall. But Redhawks can't get it out of the zone. Held in. Quick shot in, and Larkin able to block that one down into the corner. As getting to it and playing that one back out of the zone, Josh Melnick out to center, but off the stick of Gordy Green, played right back the other direction. Mismatch now with the puck. Tough angle trying to throw one through some traffic, and Larkin may have deflected that one wide off the wall. Gordy Green to Corbett back up the blue line, trying to give it back, but that one broken up again by North Dakota. Quick transition, back up the Fighting Hawks, coming down, and they play that one right off the pipe as that shot by Nick Jones. As he looked like he had a wide open net to shoot into, and played that one right off the post, and a break for the Redhawks here. They play on as we're coming down to 7.5 to go on this one. Nodak back near their own blue line, and that one taken back by Miami, cleared to the center stripe. Phil Nye's battling, but can't get that one up ahead as it's turned right back around. Coming down the right side, Dixon Bowen, he'll wrist one in low on the ice, and getting the glove down to play that puck was Ryan Larkin. He'll hang on to it, and a play blown dead with 7:17 to go here, and Drew kind of following up on that thought again. Miami outshot in that first period 14-5. So now just 3 shots on goal for Miami here in the second period, 7 for North Dakota. And as I thought, they're going to go back and take a look at that shot that hit the post from Nick Jones.
Yeah, and I think that's the, I think you have to. I think it was awfully close as there was a wide open side of that net. Now Larkin does a great job to get back over from his right to his left and kind of cover that space up a little bit, force a quicker shot than I think he would have liked. But that one sure looked like it was awfully close, but I do think it went off the crossbar.
Yeah, that one looked like it caught iron and shot to the right.
And they signaled no goal.
Yeah, quickly went back to find that one and able to say no goal. So we do not have the goal cam. Do we usually have that feed, or?
So they switch it every period to get one of the goalies. They don't have both, so unable to get
the arena
that one.
Does,
the arena does, yeah, exactly.
And up here they do, but just the video feed.
Yeah.
So the faceoff will be to the left of Ryan Larkin with 7:17 to go. Miami getting the faceoff win this time as it'll be Mahalik playing it off the wall back to center, and then Ben Lown trying to disrupt things near the blue line, almost forced the turnover by North Dakota, but they battle through, and Cole Smith takes the feed, taps up ahead as then shouldered off the play. Mark Sendin, puck down into the corner as pitchforked behind the Miami net as Mahalik gets to it for the Redhawks. He'll push up ahead. Phil Nyes has it. He'll cross center and trying to chase down as that puck pushed ahead. But North Dakota 4 players back, and Redhawks at the end of the shift as the puck comes out of the zone, comes back in offsides as Jonathan Gruden was tangled up along the wall with Mark Sendin, and that puck comes in offsides with 6:39 to go.
You know, Greg, after some early good rushes for Miami, they really struggled to bring the puck into the offensive zone. They've been content with just bringing it up and dumping it into the zone. Not really the dump and chase. They're getting outraced to the puck, and that not working right now, as they're not able to bring it in even over the blue line in a controlled way and set up in the offensive zone.
I think you might also be seeing, though, the effects of when they do get the puck up. It's after it's been a lengthy stretch down in the defensive zone, as they just trying to get the puck out of the zone, and by the time you do get it to the offensive zone, you're at the end of the shift.
Well, down 2-0, you're going to have to bring it in the offensive zone at some point.
Yeah, they definitely do, and that has not been a whole lot. There's trying to come out right now, but taken right back by Pesky for North Dakota, as Grant Hutton tangled up and went down right near the blue line as North Dakota plays the puck around behind the Miami net to the right side. Daschke plays it right back into the corner, as taking it and playing that one off the glass. Monty Graham, Carter Johnson getting to it. He wanted to send that one across ice into the zone, but that one cut off by Pesky. He'll come right back the other way for North Dakota and get the pitching wedge out on that one. Send it over the Miami net. Comes down behind where the Redhawks send it around the wall. And trying to get it out of the zone, but North Dakota, even near the blue line, doing a good job holding it in. They'll send that one back behind the Miami net. Comes over to the right corner. Grant Hutton getting the shovel out and pushing that one up ahead, as that one comes right back in front of the North Dakota bench, out of the zone, but regrouping, coming right back in. Left side, Hayden Shaw goes down low and at a tough angle, throws it in on net, and Ryan Larkin wisely there making the save and holding on to it. North Dakota had some players bunching out in front, looking for any kind of a deflection or a rebound opportunity. Nice job by Ryan Larkin to hold on to that.
Time of possession, not a number that we track here in college hockey, but time of possession in the offensive zone is just steeply in North Dakota's favor right now. They've been able to keep it in Miami's end for quite a bit of this second period and really the whole game.
And then a rare miscue by North Dakota down deep, but Redhawks trying to make a pay. Melnick has it. He fires that one right off of Skeel into the corner. Along the wall, Gordy Green trying to get to it, as that one tipped over the blue line back out, and Redhawks had to get back on side as they will change up lines, trying to fight through. Gordy Green trying to get behind the net, but nice job of being shielded away as North Dakota able to work that puck back up, and then a tough carry him off the corner boards, deflects right back out in front of Ryan Larkin, and he scrambles, covers it up, brings us to immediate timeout. 4:43 to go here in period number 2. Redhawks trailing North Dakota 2-0 on the Miami IMG Sports Network. Defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Redhawks. Drew, as North Dakota has fired 22 shots in on net, leading it 2-0, where Miami at the other end only 9 shots on Adam Scheel.
Yeah, Adam Scheel not tested too much. 9 saves to his credit with 4:43 here to go in the second period. And Miami, we mentioned keys to the game earlier, controlling the puck, taking care of the puck. Now it's going to be getting some shots in on goal.
Well, Redhawks get called for icing after they get the puck off the defensive zone face-off, and they'll be forced to, again, take the puck, drop in the defensive zone off to the left of Ryan Larkin. Same teams tomorrow night, Drew. 7:05 start time, Eastern time. 7:05 Eastern tomorrow night. For the first time in 12 and a half years, I will not be here for a game. You will be on a call with Joe Gehringer tomorrow night, so good luck to you guys tomorrow night.
Appreciate that.
We'll be off calling a state championship tournament soccer game for high school tomorrow night up in Columbus, Ohio.
Now, you've missed a couple of radio broadcasts, though.
On the road, I have. Yep.
And a couple of times you went over to do some TV,
side.
and I took over in your seat as well.
we had Doug Blaze even come on with us 1 year with you. Actually, just last year, I believe it was. But, yeah, missed a few radio broadcasts here when do the TV side. But not
missed a game.
And this will be the first game that I've ever missed since this building opened. It'll be weird tomorrow night. I'll be broadcasting soccer, so I'll be keeping an eye on the box score, that's for sure. As right now, short end 2-0. North Dakota working the puck out in front, comes all the way back to the blue line, but fanning on the puck was Gabe Bass near the blue line. He had Ben Lowndes shadowing him, and that puck sent behind the Miami net, cleared back up, but again, Redhawks can't get it out of the zone. Coming back down the wall, left side, Janet Tweenan, as he'll play it behind the net, around, back up the wall it comes. Pesky to Adams, cross ice into the corner. He'll angle that one down. Janet Tweenan gets to it. Half wall, Joel Janet Tweenan coming off of it. Back to the blue line now as Andrew Pesky with it. A little patience and puck control here by North Dakota, looking for the opening. Janet Tweenan back on the wall. He'll dish that one off. Colin Adams with it, coming back towards the blue line and then out of the zone, and
that'll give pokes it away.
Yeah, enough to at least allow one Red Hawk to get off the ice as the long change here in the second period. The puck brought back in as Colin Adams trying to wrist one through, blocked down wide into the corner, played back up. Pesky holds the zone. Pesky making a move, trying to get around Jonathan Gruden. And passing the puck down behind the Miami net. Coming back up and over to the left corner, Nick Jones. He got knocked into the wall. Redhawks finally free the puck up, and getting across center is Ben Lowndes, who is gassed. Sends that one around the glass, and around it comes over to the left side. Phil Nyes, Jonathan Gruden, now Ryan Soroki out there as we're under 2.5 to go. Second period. Redhawks trailing at 2-0. Soroki a wrister from along the wall, and that one blocked off by Shield. And on the right side, that would block down. Soroki gets it, backhands it in. Saved by the goaltender again as cleared back out to center ice. As chasing it down is Dashke for Miami along with Nick Jones. And the puck back up along the blue line, and Hayden Shaw angles that one into the right corner where the Redhawks get to it. Push it back out of the zone. Under 2 minutes to go here. Back to the blue line. That puck in and off the stick of Grant Mismash, and the Redhawks get to it. Clear it back up ahead as Corbett trying to feed it down low. Gordy Green gets to it. He centers one up, but no one was there for Miami. And Gordy Green tracks the puck down again. North Dakota can't get it out of the zone as Gordy Green, a nice job behind the net, and tracked it down. And now Melnick working on the end wall. Corbett battling as well as he's tied up along the end wall with Colton Pullman as the play comes back out of the zone. Pullman and Corbett still going at it behind the play as the Redhawks get back to the puck in their own zone. That one jammed out and back up to center, and North Dakota with it just over a minute to go in the second period. 2-0 the score here. As we got 60 seconds to go in this second period, Redhawks trying to get the puck up ice, and it's North Dakota taking it just out of the zone and firing it right back in. Comes around to the left side and trying to come through. Rhett Gardner had the puck tipped away. Redhawks clear to center, and Hawkinson tried to feed that one up ahead. He had Kart Spogman going up ahead, but that pass cut off and then sent up by Miami, as in pursuit will be Brian Hawkinson, but the puck sent around by the Fighting Hawks over to the right side. Casey Gilling down along the boards. He got penned up, though, on the dashers by Gabe Bast, and North Dakota has the puck. Under 30 seconds to go now as Nodak wristing it back to center. Redhawks have it. Grant Hutton playing that one around the glass as he'll wrap it around. Back to the left side. Johnson trying to wrist one through traffic. That one blocked down. Gardner has it into the corner. Under 10 seconds to go. Dashke getting to it. Feeds it down low. 5 seconds to go. Trying to come back up. Graham back up to the point. And a shot and a score! Right at the buzzer. Dashke throws it in. And that one just under the crossbar. They may have to go back and take a look at this one. The Redhawks did not give up, and Dashke threw it from just inside the blue line, and it got under the crossbar and in. as the clock hit 0 before the horn sounded. They'll take a look at it, but it looks like it's going to count.
The score is going to go to Carter Johnson.
It'll be Carter Johnson
deflection out front. Carter Johnson on the assist will be Derek Daschke, who fired that shot in from the left point, as the other assist going to go to Monty Graham. Monty Graham, as you can see on NCHC TV, feeds it back up to the blue line, or up towards the blue line, and that's where Daschke picks it up, sends it in, and just redirected right out in front. Great work by Carter Johnson. I think there's going to be about 1 second left on this. I think they just barely squeak it in underneath the buzzer, as they are certainly taking a look at this one. A close one. This is could be a game-turning goal,
sure,
Greg.
absolutely.
If you go through all that work, I mean, the ups and downs of that, if you go through all that work that Miami did to have that up, scoring that goal, and this one's waved off, that really is a big momentum swing back to North Dakota. But if Miami's able to put this one in, it's just a one-goal game going into the third period.
Now, are we looking at it? It seemed like it got in before the horn, so I don't think it's that it didn't get in before the clock hit 0. Did it go in, or did it hit the crossbar? Is that what they're looking at?
They're looking for goalie interference as well, Greg. They're checking to see if the goaltender was interfered with. There was some action out in front. It was Carter Johnson right at the top of the crease. They're looking to see if he interfered at all. There was some fighting going on right in front at the top of the crease. So it definitely confirmed, Greg, that it was in time. But whether or not the goaltender, Scheel, was interfered with is what's in question right now.
There is no time left on the clock, and
it's either a great screen by Carter Johnson and a redirect and a goal for him, or it is just a little bit too close and inside that crease and interfering with the goaltender.
Ian Croft, Andy Thackenberry are the officials in the game here tonight. The referees, I should say. TJ Lyken, Brent Golick, the linesman.
Important to note, Greg, the call on the ice was a goal. Call on the ice was a goal. So if there's not enough there to overturn it, it'll stay. The play will stand. But they'll look at this one. They'll look at it from every angle. They'll zoom in. They'll slow it down. They'll look at it as best they can to see whether or not that was interfered with, and see if maybe for NCHC TV purposes, see if we can get that look for you to look again to see what you think following in, if that one was interference on the goaltender.
As they continue to look at it, the officials taking a good look at it. They're looking at the overhead down by the scorer's table. And
Greg, as we know, they'll take as long as they need to look at this. And here's another look at it. As you see the feed from Monty Graham back up to the point, sent in. That one
was he pushed in? And if the North Dakota player pushes him in,
excuse me, I said Carter Johnson.
It's going to stand. They come out and say goal stands, and they're going to put 1.5 seconds back on the clock. So that goal will come at 19:58 of the second period. Good job, guys.
I think that was Ryan Soroki actually out front, not Carter Johnson.
Well, Carter Johnson was a little higher in the slot.
Yeah, exactly. But it would have been, if it was interference, it would have been Soroki.
Right. So Carter Johnson, his second goal of the year. Derek Daschke and Monty Graham getting the assist. Monty Graham did a wonderful job keeping that play alive behind the net just to give Miami the chance. And think back to the end of the first period, Drew, when Miami almost gave up a goal in the final seconds. North Dakota didn't stop till the ending buzzer. This time it was Miami that didn't give up.
And that was something that bit Miami a couple times last season. If you think back, they gave up a couple of goals right at the end of either a game or the end of a period right underneath the buzzer. And this one, see if this will turn the tide for Miami. 1.5 seconds to go, and still not back out there. I think the Coach Barry for North Dakota wanting a full description. Actually, now the
officials weren't talking to him. They stayed right at center ice right now, and so I'm not sure. Are they going to go back and they're going to look at it again?
I think they want to make sure they got the time right.
1.5 seconds with a center ice puck drop is going to make zero bit of difference.
It's speculation. I'm really not sure what they're looking at right now.
Well, they're looking back at something again. So they confirmed the goal. Now are they going to look to see, was there something else? Are they going to look to see, was there an offsides
Maybe
earlier in the play?
I guess you want to cover all your bases.
And I was told last week too, and I didn't see it at the time, Miami's first goal allowed against Omaha Saturday night, apparently an offsides call was missed that if the Redhawks would have challenged, may have overturned a goal in the final minute plus of the first period Saturday. Omaha got that goal and then kind of gave him some momentum going into the intermission and then scored those power play goals. But so I'm not sure if they are looking again. I mean, you review it once, you say that you confirm the goal.
They're looking for offsides right now.
So they're going back even further now to see whether or not there was an offsides call. So that is what they were looking for. So they're going to go back even further on the play. And honestly, it was such a scramble near the blue line. Dashke held the puck in, so that puck never came back out. So unless they're looking before that.
It was about with 18 seconds. With 18 seconds to go is when Miami first brought the puck into the zone. They're looking back to see if it was offsides. And I think it's going to be awfully close, as there were about 3 Redhawks that were right there at the blue line as they brought it into the zone. And another long extended look, and we've talked to Coach Blasey about it a few times. That he would prefer. He said, even though guys get a little bit tight, the idea, get the call right. Get the call right. We want the call to be right.
Well, and I actually talked to him last night about it on Hawk Talk last night, and because there were a number of reviews at the game in Omaha Saturday night, and a couple of them were for penalties, and of one of the reviews that maybe should have happened that didn't was the offsides call that if the Redhawks would have challenged may have negated a goal by Omaha with a little over a minute to go. So now they're going back to look to see. And
it was with about 18 seconds
18 seconds left, Doug, if you guys can go back even further to check and see whether or not.
So Corbett, I think it's Corbett that brought it in, or it might have been Johnson. Hard to tell thinking back to 18 seconds ago. Well, 18 seconds of game time, but the puck was thrown in along the right side, and there were 3 guys for Miami standing at the blue line trying to time that out with one skate back. And again, you just have to have any part of the skate in that blue paint. So Miami trying to hold on, trying to stay on side as that puck was brought in on the right side from the attacking perspective. And puck then, of course, play went on, carried on down below, back behind the net as both teams battling for it before Miami able to pick up the puck and send it back towards the blue line for that big shot by Dashke. And here at this really extending the second period, aren't we?
That we are. Oh my goodness. Apparently, and they're trying to find whether or not, though, if we do not have it. I know as they look at it up here in the press box.
The officials do.
That's a tough call. So, and that now then comes down to, you don't have an overhead view of that. So it comes down to the cameras that are above the ice. Here we go. Looks like we do.
Yeah, putting the helmets back on. We'll have at least the decision.
We'll wait and see, as I'm not sure if whether or not we may have had issues in the control booth as well with our monitors. I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll be able to get that straightened out. So, Drew, I know you're talking with Don Adams, the head of officiating in the NCAA, is here. They're going to confirm it a second time. So the goal will stand, and maybe not enough video evidence. Is that
no? So you may have to go to your rule book, but
oh really?
So it was ruled that it actually came in offsides, but it was picked up and played by North Dakota, and it negated the offsides as North Dakota was able to play the puck. Miami was able to carry on the play and score the goal. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, there's some puck luck that you need. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and good helps. Lucky every once in a while as well. So with a 1.5 seconds to go, so that goal will stand not once but twice. Once to see whether it went in, and a second time because of an offsides call that was offsides, but because North Dakota played the puck, negated the offsides, the goal stands. Carter Johnson gets it. They drop the puck second period. Finally, after an extended period, comes to an end, and the Redhawks you'd like to think it takes
they squeak one in.
And they do, and it takes some momentum with it, although
they all count. As long as they put it on the board, it counts. So Miami able to get back into this one, and you have to say that the Redhawks played a much better period. You know, we kind of harped on them a little bit during that second period, that over the course of the middle 10 minutes of that period, Miami really had a hard time getting out of their own zone.
Really
when they did, they'd bring it up and just dump in order to get a quick change, in order to get some tired legs off the ice, guys at the end of their shift. But really towards the end of that, the last 5 minutes, Miami really able to bring it back together and get a couple of offensive rushes going, including that one at the end. And at the end, as when everything's all said and done, shots actually much more even there in the second period, as Miami with 7 shots on goal and 8 for North Dakota. So Redhawks able to kind of turn the tides a little bit, despite a whole lot of time in the middle of that period being spent back in Miami's zone.
5 seconds. Mike's up.
players just coming back out on the ice, getting us ready for third period action. And Skyline Chili is a proud partner of Miami Hockey as we get ready for third period. It's Skyline time. Go for a little Skyline myself right now.
Yeah, that sounds great.
A little cheese coney, or a little
Feeling good and hungry.
3-way, 4-way, what are you?
I like a 3-way.
3-way?
Yeah. I'm a big into the chili cheese sandwich too.
I've been chili cheese sandwich.
Yeah, it's a coney with the hot dog.
Yeah.
A little extra chili, a little less hot dog.
My son's big on that one. Yeah, he liked that one. And Cholitos, that's what I'm into right now. Those the little burrito with the Skyline and a ton of cheese and a little sour cream and good stuff. Appreciate Skyline Chili.
Absolutely. Greg, we're going to get some action, some hockey action for about the first time in about 20, 30 minutes.
Seems like it, yeah.
Like.
For sure. That was a crazy end to the second period. Shots favoring North Dakota 22-12. But on the scoreboard, it's North Dakota 2-1 in favor of Miami as the Redhawks win the third period puck drop. As they'll play that one up ahead. Coming in left wing side, Scott Corbett, but shouldered off the play into the left corner. It's Melnick, Green, and Corbett to start this third period. North Dakota works the puck free. They'll start it back up ahead. Grant mismatch down the left wing side. Losing the puck behind the net. Derek Dashke slapped it around to the right corner, and then that one went right across the crease in front of Ryan Larkin off the Nick Jones stick. It was deflected. Redhawks get to it, clear to center.
Greg, 23 minutes is how long we went in between the first call of the goal and dropping the puck on the third period. If you don't count the 1.5 seconds of just ceremonial puck drop after that goal was scored, and we did not have any hockey action for 23 minutes.
That was such an unusual play, and see if the Redhawks can work it to their advantage, but it's Joel Janatuinen coming in for North Dakota down the left side, plays it off the end wall. Mahalik reaches to the puck, gets it. He'll skate out with it. Mahalik to center. He'll push that one in on net and right to Adam Skeel, who will have to smother that one up. And a minute 10 into this third period, we get an offensive zone faceoff for the Redhawks.
Shield, just a phenomenal goaltender for North Dakota, and I know he's probably a little bit frustrated by that one at the end of the, especially with all the different obscure rules that came into play with that,
sure.
At the end of that second period. I'm sure he's frustrated by that, but still playing phenomenally. 11 saves, and his defense out in front of him, just terrific defenseman for and skaters for North Dakota as they've been able to just limit Miami shots.
Bray Crowder can't thread a shot through traffic from the blue line, and that one comes back in for North Dakota to the offensive zone. Sliding behind the Miami net as Zach Yon is getting it back up the wall right side, feeding it down into the right corner. Dixon Bowen avoiding a check, getting the puck behind the net, and then turnover as played it into the corner by the Redhawks as Jonathan Gruden along the wall, and then Phil Nyes got upended. Puck sliding back behind the Miami net. Rourke Russell tries it up the other side, and this time gets it out to center ice as Phil Nyes battling right out at center, and he'll knock that puck up ice as a line change for North Dakota. And they'll get it right back up ahead, blue line, and into the offensive zone, and that puck off the stick trying to come through Cole Smith, and it's skating around with it for Miami is Monty Graham as Grant Hutton will take it behind his own net. He'll look to start back up ahead. Grant Hutton gets the pass ahead, and then Soroki sweeps it into the zone. Out of net is Shield for the Fighting Hawks up the wall, but held in by Hutton and the Redhawks. And That shot towards the net, deflected wide into the corner. Soroki gets to it, back up in a high slot, tries to send a shot through. Carter Johnson cutting across the middle, but that puck taken away by North Dakota. They can't clear it out. Daschke fires it in as Melnick cuts across, and that puck deflects in on Shield, who will make the save. He had to fight through that one, and Redhawks there just creating a lot of havoc and traffic in front of the goaltender.
That they are. Miami doing a good job so far. Now one shot on goal to none for North Dakota, as Miami's actually been able to get a little bit more action and a little more sustained action in the offensive zone.
Well, they've changed the goal for the Redhawks. They're going to give it to Ryan Soroki that got the redirects instead of Carter Johnson. River Rimshaw, an absolute bomb as the Redhawks win the faceoff. His shot, though, tracked wide behind the net right now. So give it instead to, after the fact, we'll give it to Ryan Soroki, his third goal of the year. And what a senior campaign Ryan Soroki is off to now. For Ryan Soroki, that is his just 10th goal. Now a delayed penalty coming up on the Redhawks as North Dakota skating around in front of their own net as trying to touch it up. Shield coming off, trying to get the extra attacker on it, pass up ahead. Red Gardner down, gets a shot in, save made by Ryan Larkin. He got the right pad down, able to make the save with a skate blade on the post and keep that puck out. As the whistle blown, and Josh Melnick again heading into the penalty box. And before last week, Josh Melnick had less than 80 penalty minutes his entire career, actually less than 75 penalty minutes his entire career. He took that 5-minute major and 10 minutes on a game misconduct in the penalty record. So 15 minutes in penalties last weekend, 4 tonight as he's back in the box.
And if I recall correctly, I think his freshman year, I think he only had like 10 penalty minutes the entire year.
Not much at all. He's now got, for the career, 89, including the penalty right now. But you had 19 of those 89 come in the last game in 2 periods. So another power play for North Dakota. That shot from the center point, blocked down out front and dribbled right, and then a clearing feed, not able to hold it in. Grand mismatch. He dove, but couldn't hold it in as tripping call against the Redhawks team captain, Josh Melnick, putting North Dakota on their 4th power play of the night.
And those are frustrating. Those are reaching penalties. Those are penalties where you're behind a player and you just have to reach out back to get him. And those tripping calls, hooking, those are ones that just will frustrate a coach.
Nice job by North Dakota holding the zone, and that shot in on Larkin, pad save. Rebound control by North Dakota. They'll move it back over to the right circle once again. Back up high in the middle. Kierstead off to the right, and Mismatch's shot blocked. Puck comes back to Mismatch on the right wall. Down into the corner, then right back, Mismatch again. Trying through traffic, sends it in. Larkin fought that one off, and then Bray Crowder clears it around, but held in by Kawaguchi at the blue line, left point. As Kawaguchi taps it over, then gets it right back. Plays it back to Kierstead, looking for an opening. Feeds it off right side now as coming across is Mismatch. Mismatch gets the one-timer again, and this one just fired wide off the end wall. Crowder has it. He'll play it over into the corner. Played up but not out again by Miami. Kawaguchi coming down. His shot blocked nicely by Hawkinson into the corner. Crowder using that long reach, pushes it ahead, and then Hawkinson clears it out of the zone. And Bray Crowder using every bit of that 6'6" frame to reach for that puck and then get it up to Hawkinson, who cleared the zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play for North Dakota.
And even more impressive, Hawkinson was trying to make his way to the bench after taking that puck off the leg. Looked like it stung him a bit as he was working his way there. Stops though, picks the puck up and sends it up ice.
Larkin another save. Rebound goes into the corner. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Puck up the wall, holding it in on that right side. North Dakota's Gabe Bass down the wall as Melnick back out off the penalty box bench, and we are back to full strength hockey, and Redhawks 3 for 4 on the penalty kill. Right now though, it's that penalty as Corey Green just missed the headman feed on that one. A nice look up, but just a bit long. Redhawks do have the puck in the offensive zone. Rimshaw on the right side, his shot in as Shield makes the save. A rebound cleared out, comes back down low. Coleman firing it, or rather it's Corbett firing that one in. I knew it was
all the way
gonna
from
happen.
Jersey.
He's got the build
He
and
does.
the number. I knew it was coming sooner or later, but Shield fought that one off. We're talking about Blake Coleman, of course. He's been long gone now for, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, playing in New Jersey now.
I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, quite well.
He's doing really well for himself. We're under 14 to go here, third period, as Red Hawks a good penalty kill, and now a pass back out to center. Phil Nice has it coming in over the blue line. Nice cuts it across the middle, but can't get the shot off. Trying to track the puck down, goes behind the net. Right out front is coming down Gruden, and tapped it in, but Shield a save. A nice look as Phil Nice never gave up on that play. Back to the blue line, Rimshaw shot in. This time glove down. Adam Shield will hang on to it as Gruden looking for a rebound. Got a little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards, but cooler heads prevail, and we've got immediate timeout. 13:22 to go here. Third period. Red Hawks putting on some pressure, but still trailing 2-1 to North Dakota on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Mike's up.
Back in Oxford, Red Hawks trailing North Dakota by a score of 2-1. Well, Drew, you kind of mentioned it as we were heading into break. Red Hawks kind of having some opportunities now and kind of got some things going
Tilting
offensively.
the ice back their way. And Miami with some great pressure here so far in the third period.
But North Dakota controls the faceoff, works it out of the zone, and that puck comes in offsides, and that's going to
That
be
might be a bad word today.
It may be for a little while as the craziness of the end of that second period. These same two teams will go at it again tomorrow night against 7:05 face-off time, Eastern time. I was watching on NCHC.TV and wondering about the Dogs doing a promotion here tonight. Folks were allowed to bring in service dogs and
Well, and there's a big program on Miami's campus, Pause for a Cause. It's a student organization where the students get the dogs that are being trained to be service animals in sort of their, I guess what would be like their teenage years for the dogs. They're kind of their younger years, but trying to get them conditioned to be around people, socialized, and so the students will adopt them for a short period of time and get them conditioned to socialize them a bit before they go on to their next step in the training to be service animals.
That's a very, very cool cause. And so if you're wondering why all the dogs on the screen, there's your answer. So,
and they elicit good reaction from the crowd.
That they do, yeah, because they're showing it on the jump or the video boards as well. Red Hawks regrouping, coming in over the blue line, but they're going to say that one offsides, and that a tough call as players quickly coming in. That was Gordy Green and Scott Corbett cutting across, but they're going to whistle that one back out of the zone with 12:35 to go. See Melnick, Green, and Corbett out for the Red Hawks. Bring it back 7:05 again tomorrow night Eastern time. We'll have the game for you. You and Joe Gehringer on the call. And Gehringer over from TV side when we have the TV games. It'll be good to hear Joe's voice calling the game tomorrow night. And then to the road we go for a couple of weeks, including Thanksgiving weekend, and then back home the last Friday of November, first Saturday of December, and then Drew, believe it or not, it is the end of the first half of the season. Can't believe we're already talking about that. As just one more home series after this weekend before we have a very long holiday break. That's pretty much the entire month of December. So either get out here tomorrow night, and a great crowd here tonight, Imagine we'll see that again tomorrow night. And then we'll be back right at the end of the month for one last series before the break against St. Cloud State. That was a team that ended Miami's season a year ago, and that'll be November 30th and December 1st. Puck back up ice behind the Miami net. Redhawks get to it. Cross ice feed as Karch Bogman having to adjust, play that puck off the carom of the wall, and then send it around behind the North Dakota net. Fighting Hawks get back to it. They'll clear to center as they break up ahead. They'll get to the blue line. Brent Gardner dropping it off. Janet Tweenan tried to give it right back, but that one broken up to the blue line. That one threading through and just redirected, and Larkin kicked that one away. Gardner redirected it at the blue line as Hayden Shaw makes a move, comes down, lost the puck. Johnson picked it up for North Dakota. Was it back over to the wall, and then that's Brent Gardner firing one just wide and into the corner. Puck comes up the wall, and Casey Gilling clears it out of the zone. Under 11 and a half to go in this third period. North Dakota coming down again, and that shot just tipped wide. Casey Johnson, a little redirect out front. Puck along the wall, left side. North Dakota bunching up and holding it in. They'll play it behind the Miami net. Casey Gilling then slaps it to Daschke, and Daschke into the corner. Too far for Hutton. North Dakota gets to it, firing a shot from the corner. That is Mark Sinden, and right into the glove of Ryan Larkin. He'll hang on.
Yeah, it looked like he juggled that one a little bit. Had to use the body to kind of corral that puck, keep it in the glove. But great save by Larkin as he comes out to make that one. And North Dakota just, Greg, they do such a good job of pestering on that forecheck to be able to steal the puck away so many times in the offensive zone. They do not let up at all. Miami really struggling to clear the zone at times.
That was some of the same problems we saw in the first period, and North Dakota in a stretch able to take advantage a couple of different times, once on the power play, and North Dakota wins this faceoff as Jan has it, and he'll fire one in. Another tough angle. Larkin made the save, and the rebound dropped and cleared away by Miami. Jan picks it right back up now. He'll go behind Larkin in the Miami net, feed it back up the wall, but Bernard Docker can't hold it in. Redhawks back 2-on-1, coming down left side as Gordy Green gets the feed out front. But that one just tipped wide out in front as nice job by Corbett to feed it off at the last second, but that enabled the defense to get back, and Green just sent it wide. Redhawks regroup, come back in, left side. That one goes behind the net. Gordy Green has it, looking for an opening. He'll slap it around as Melnick gets to it on the wall left side. Melnick coming back down, slaps it to Gordy Green in the corner. Gordy Green back to Melnick. They try to feed it inside. Nyes out near the side of the net, but that one broken up, and North Dakota clears and will skate back to center. It's mismatch coming through, but bumped off the play. The puck cleared away by Ryan Larkin. Bray Crowder has it. Clears to center as Ben Lown. He battles near the boards out at mid-ice. The puck then off Bray Crowder. Stick trying to again feed it to Ben Lown, but comes back to Crowder again, who he'll go deep into his own zone, then feed ahead. It's Phil Nyes. Right side for Ben Lown. Well, trying to sidestep a check, chase the puck down, but we're under 10 minutes to go here, third period. Along the wall, Mihalik's shot blocked down, controlled by North Dakota. They'll skate it out, coming back up ahead as Kawaguchi going down low under the right side and centered right back up, and that one hit the post. And that one fired in by Nick Jones, and that one caught iron cleanly. Jones has it again, feeds it down low to mismatch, but broken up, comes out to Ben Lown. Redhawks back the other way. A feed over to that right side. Gruden had the pass go behind and tried to spin it around, but broken up and played behind the North Dakota net. And then along the wall, a whistle will blow that one dead. And with 9:09 to go, we've got a timeout on the ice. As the Redhawks just avoiding disaster there. A shot off the post for North Dakota. We stay a one-goal deficit. North Dakota leading the Redhawks 2-1 on the Miami IMG Sports Network. as past the halfway point of this third period. Red Hawks getting an offensive zone faceoff, being outshot 29-16. Monty Graham out to take the faceoff. Carter Johnson, Ryan Soroki. That's the line that accounted for the goal in the waning seconds of the second period. As originally Carter Johnson credited for it, they changed it. Ryan Soroki with credit. A pass broken up by the Red Hawks at the blue line for North Dakota. Soroki coming up, but he got cut off by Pesky. Puck slides behind the North Dakota net and around the wall and back up the left side, and then Soroki comes slamming in, and he rides the Joel Janatuinen into the boards for North Dakota as the puck comes back up ice, going behind the North Dakota net, clear to the blue line, and then taken away by North Dakota at the Miami blue line, but not able to control it. Mark Sinden, as that was sliding behind the Miami net, coming into the corner, and a penalty coming up as Sinden. He was tying up Rourke Russell, and we are going to have a hooking call coming up against North Dakota that will put the Red Hawks on the power play. And now a chance to tie things up here against a unit. The penalty kill had struggled early in this season, Drew, but getting a little bit better. This power play powered by the Woods is heading off to the penalty box. Mark Sinden.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Miami as 8:24 to go, and the Red Hawks, and we mentioned that so far today, 0 for 2 on the power play, 16.7% on the season. They've had a little bit of trouble getting it going, but of late has looked a little bit better. But the Red Hawks tonight 0 for 2, trying to capitalize on the man advantage as shots on goal now 29-16 in favor of North Dakota.
And then off the faceoff, North Dakota gets the puck behind their own net, and then the open lane firing it up ice. So
you got to win those faceoffs.
Yep, pretty much starting from behind their own net are the Red Hawks as Phil Nyes, Jonathan Gruden coming up ice with Ryan Soroki. It's Daschke and Hutton at the blue line. It's Hutton with the puck right now, left circle, feeding it down low. Soroki back to Hutton, but Hutton let that one go through and comes back out of the zone as getting some pressure from Dixon Boeing, but the Red Hawks regroup, and 30 seconds gone on the power play, and Grant Hutton coming back through center. Trying to feed that one over to Gruden. That one deflected, comes right back to Hutton, coming down the middle. Loose in his slot, battling, but knocked back up ice. And Red Hawks couldn't get a stick on that one out in front of the North Dakota net. And Daschke will chase down as line change for Miami on the power play. 55 seconds gone on the power play. Daschke still out as he'll work the puck up ice. He'll get to the blue line, but then turn it over and knocked back the other way as Melnick, Gordy Green, Karch Bogman, and Alec Mahalik out there as well with Casey Gilling. Pass up ahead. Gordy Green takes it, coming down that left side, but trying to catch up to it. He'll poke it around the wall to the right side. Gilling hustling over. Back to the blue line for Mahalik. Over to the left side, it's Josh Melnick. Melnick back across ice, but Gilling had to play that one off the wall. Spins around. Back up to the center point. Mahalik left side. Melnick banned on that one-timer, but got it through as Gordy Green taps it back to him. Red Hawks regroup. Mahalik to Melnick. Melnick then just fires wide off the end wall. Casey Gillen gets the puck back off the end wall and then tied up along the boards, and the puck knocked free as power play now down to just 10 seconds to go, and really haven't been really high quality looks on this power play as Red Hawks really not pushing the tempo much as back to full strength North Dakota. Ben Lown weaves his way through. Backhands, tries to chase down. Puck gets to the end wall into the right corner. Red Hawks get to it. Back up the wall. It's Crowder across to Rourke Russell. Keeping it along the perimeter though. Back, wrapping it around the wall. Crowder gets it off the wall. Then Carter Johnson tried to send one towards the net, but that deflects off a stake gate and back out of the zone as Red Hawks catch up to it. Bray Crowder tried to push that one up the middle, but taken back by North Dakota. We're under 6 minutes to go now in regulation, Drew. That was a golden opportunity the Red Hawks did not take advantage of on the power play, and now back to even strength.
No, they didn't. A couple of good looks, but just a little bit of some sloppy passes right when they had some good looks, some good cross-ice feeds, but just unable to hit the tape on the stick.
Ryan Soroki, nice battle towards the end wall, but puck goes over to the right corner. Gruden trying to get to it for Miami. Puck still behind the net over to the left side. That'll be nice, playing it down to Gruden, who will send it around the wall as we're under 5.5 to go. Mahalik down to play it. Back behind the net, Phil Nyes wanted to hand it off to Soroki, but that one taken away by North Dakota. Behind the net, Gruden hustles over, ties the play up along the wall, but the puck slides back to center as the Redhawks will regroup. And then Gruden tried to pass it up ahead, but that one got by everybody, cleared back up ice. No icing, though, as North Dakota gets down to play it, and they lost the handle of the puck as Redhawks start to break out. Here comes Jonathan Gruden through center, passing to the right side. Gordy Green back out for Miami. Down into the corner for Corbett, who takes a big shoulder into the boards. Puck behind the North Dakota net, under 5 minutes to go as the Fighting Hawks clear it back off the glass and out to center ice. That one along the blue line comes over to the left side as Colton Pullman reaching it. He'll send it around the wall to the right side. Coming down that right side is mismatched, but lost the handle. Redhawks have it back out of the zone. That pass too far ahead of Corbett and tipped right back the other way, but this time from the wrong side of center, icing the call against North Dakota. So the Redhawks, well, will catch a little bit of a break. They'll get the face-off back up ice into the offensive zone.
Redhawks with another opportunity coming up in the offensive zone, and looking good of late to have the Redhawks with the pressure in the offensive zone, but just not able to get them in on net. Have to keep moving your feet, have to get somebody out in front of the net, creating that screen out in front of the goaltender, moving your feet, winning that battle, and then the players behind him have to get the puck in on net.
Casey Gilling knocked that puck over to the corner, but North Dakota sent it around the wall and enough to get it back out to center. And Redhawks getting back in behind their own net as Rourke Russell up the left side. Played up ahead, Bogman right back to Russell, who will send it ahead around the wall to the right side. Getting to it is North Dakota, though, and they'll clear to center. They'll get it back out through center and over the blue line. Janet Tweenan down the wall left side and behind the Miami net over to the right corner. Redhawks trying to get back to it as time becoming a factor. Redhawks have the puck coming out of their own zone. Garch Bogman takes the feed coming up the wall on that left side. He'll send it around, but out of net is Shield to slow that puck down, and that'll allow North Dakota to regroup as Miami will get a line change. And that puck then sent ahead as Larkin out of net. Slows it down behind the Redhawks net. Getting some pressure as coming through was Cole Smith. Redhawks having trouble getting the puck out from behind their own net. Mahalik retreats back again to Soroki, who got cut off. Then turned the puck over out of center. Knocked right back in, but a delayed offsides on North Dakota. So Miami will play the puck back out to center as Soroki got hit. Trying to make that play out at center. Icing waved off, though, as Casey Gilling gets down ice. He's got it coming back up to the blue line, and now away from the play, a whistle and a stoppage, and we got a penalty coming up.
I think on Miami.
I'm not sure what it is. With 3:08 to go, we've got a media timeout as well. We'll get this cleared up when we return. It's going to be a penalty against North Dakota, so a power play for Miami coming up when we return on the Miami IMG Sports Network. So the penalty is against North Dakota. Gabe Bast taking the penalty. It was an interference call at center ice. It was an inadvertent whistle that stopped the action. Although the Redhawks had not gotten the extra attacker on, it was then a delayed penalty situation. So will be offensive zone face-off time. So right now you can't have a better opportunity at this point of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. 3:08. You just got a little break in there with the media timeout. Now back out on the ice. Soroki will take the faceoff for Miami as the Redhawks, with 3:08 to go, need one more.
Faceoff For Soroki, pulled back behind the net, though. And again, North Dakota, a good job, though, getting to the puck and sending it up ice. And pretty much killing off a good 15 or 20 seconds of the power play to start. Derek Dashke back out of his own zone. He'll pass up that right side as Jonathan Gruden and Phil Nyes trying to catch up to it. Puck down the wall in the right corner as Gruden being held up there behind the net. Puck goes over to the wall left side, and there's the opening for North Dakota to once again clear up ice with 2:35 to go. And Grant Hutton back behind his own net with Alec Mahalik. We'll see Josh Melnick, Gordy Green, Karch Bachman out for Miami with Casey Gilling. And pass up ahead as Gilling tried to tap it over to Bachman coming across, but that one broken up. Nice look and almost worked, but North Dakota able to get a stick on that one and break it up. So the Redhawks again coming back out of their own zone. They've yet to get a shot on goal here. A minute into the power play and down a goal. So we're coming down to 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Puck behind the net. Gordy Green to the left corner. Coming up to the half wall. Gordy Green. He's got 6 goals. Feeds it down low to Melnick. Melnick at the goal line. Working into the corner with some pressure. Tapped it back up and then hustling over and knocking it up by Dixon Bowen. And the Redhawks now with 35 seconds to go on the power play time and a minute 40 to go in regulation. Gordy Green up the right side to Casey Gilling. Gilling feeding it back down the wall. Swept around by Gordy Green to Melnick. Back up high quickly. With it is Dashke. Back to Melnick, down low to Gordy Green. Can't handle that pass. He'll tap it back over to Melnick along the corner boards. Gives it back over to Gordy Green and reversing it back to the right corner. 15 to go in the power play. Gilling behind the net. Over to the wall left side. It is Melnick as Ryan Larkin heading to the bench for the extra attacker now as the power play about to expire. Empty net for the Redhawks. They turn the puck over. Backhanded off the wall. That'll slide up ice. And this is going to be icing because the power play was over. And wide of the empty net on the backhand. That'll be icing. So now the Redhawks will get an offensive zone faceoff, Drew. Got to think the Redhawks will probably call a timeout to talk about things.
I don't think so because North Dakota doesn't have a timeout.
Oh, that's true.
So they've got tired legs on the ice. They've got guys at the end of a shift. I don't think you call the timeout to save them here because they used their timeout with that challenge earlier.
That's true. You're exactly right. So a minute 2 to go in regulation. And a face-off to the left is Soroki. Out to take the face-off. Empty net at the other end. It's Gruden, Green, Hutton, Dashke, Nyes out for Miami right now. Face-off won by North Dakota. They'll send it over to the wall right side, but Hutton hustles over, knocks that one down. Puck tipped further back up ice, but Redhawks get back to play it, keeping that one away. And then a near turnover by Dashke, but he regains control of it, starts it up ice. We're under a minute to go. Redhawks down a goal with the extra attacker on. That puck sent back around the wall and gets by everybody again. And, well, that'll get all the way up ice. And they wave the icing off as yeah, the Redhawks will have to play that one out of their own zone, and that costs the Redhawks about 10 seconds. They muscle the puck over left side. Gruden chasing it down. 25 to go. Soroki now behind the net. Back up the wall to Hutton. He tried to send a shot in, blocked down out to center ice as Hutton gets to it. Redhawks had the power play and then turn it over. Hutton lost it, and right shooting it into the empty net is Rhett Gardner, and that'll seal it with just 10 seconds to go. And the Redhawks with the power play and then the extra attacker couldn't muster a shot on goal.
No, they couldn't. And almost fitting for Miami that the ending play happens on a turnover as in the neutral zone. Miami just having a little bit of trouble tonight handling the puck. They turn it over, and that's one that's a turnover that Hutton almost never makes. So Grant Hutton, the team captain for Miami, turns that one over at the blue line, and Rhett Gardner's there to pounce on it. Now, realistically, only 10 seconds left. Just time for one more rush up there for Miami if they're able to control that puck, but Rhett Gardner takes it over, sends it in. Miami's goaltender Larkin back in as Graham wins the faceoff.
Wow, he tried to go right through, and Redhawks come in over the blue line, but there's no 2-point plays in hockey as they get the shot towards the net, but they cleared over to the wall, and that'll end it as we hit zeros. And North Dakota comes in here, and they win their 5th straight game. They end a 3-game Redhawks unbeaten streak against North Dakota, and they win it by a final score of 3-1. Redhawks battled back, but They only ended up with 5 shots on goal in that third period, including 2 power plays where they got no shots on goal. And give credit to North Dakota. Their defense clamped down in a big-time way out in front of their freshman goaltender, Adam Scheel.
Yes, they did, and great pressure from them offensively. I think that that really led to the defensive effort as well. It's only 17 shots on goal. Miami's a team that will really pour shots in on goal, and to only limit them to 17 really speaks to the game that North Dakota played.